What's up? What's up? Just waiting for people to join on the chat here. My audio is being like really weird. What's up? What's up? What's up? There we go. Waiting for some more people to show up. I might as well play something here. You know what? I'm going to play the sample from Discord. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play that. Let's go to Serato. Let me play the flip here. Of course, my chat doesn't want to stay attached for some weird reason. What's up? What's up? Just waiting for some more people to join us. Yeah. What's up, Burnt? Sorry for the delay. I was having like weird little glitches. Gonna keep that going for a minute there. How's your day been today, Burn? Been good? Oh, shit. Damn. So, yeah. Have you gotten to mess with the sample a little bit, Burn? So, again, just waiting for a couple more people to show up on here. Again, if you guys have questions on anything, let me know. My life. There you go. Yeah. I feel you. Appreciate the positivity there. Okay, let's see if I can get this damn chat. It's being a little goofy on me today. It's like with everything else today. Okay. Let me get this here. And I'm glad everyone's been I guess supportive on me doing the oops. Wrong cursor. I'm just jacking this up. As far as me doing the live stream highlights, because I know some of you can't make it on Wednesdays, which is, it's totally cool. Like, I'm not forcing anybody. So thanks on that. Did Pseudo House, though. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, I was trying to work on a like a mixtape intro beat for a buddy of mine named Menace Mike. I asked him if he had like an intro for his tape. He's like, no, I don't. And I was like, you know what? Let me just try to make something. So I decided to work on that and then try to do like scratch cuts and stuff. And I was looking at time like, oh shit, I gotta get this going. But I am DJ Gonz here at JJ Media Studios here in Houston, Texas. Shout out to Zoltan out in Berlin. He was going to try to check out the stream today, but in Germany time, it would be like 1:30 a.m. I definitely don't expect anyone to be up that late listening to my crazy ass. But shout out to Zoltan. He's been on the Discord, been killing it on the beats there as well. So I might as well just go right into it today. So let me go show you. Let's go here. So let me move this Discord out the way. I'll kind of show you the this track I was working on today. I used a sample from Soul Surplus. Hold on one second. Let's get this here. Have you used Splice Burnt for some for samples? You're like, no, bro, because you laced me up with some stuff. Let me get this here real quick here too. That's what I was trying to open up. There we go. There. Now I can put it on the side. That's what I was looking for. So now I gotta worry about it. It's right there. Enable. Yes, shout out to Zoltan. There we go. Now I can see everything. Okay, cool. So this was the sample from its Shaolin Subway. So that already gave me like Wu-Tang vibes. I think I kind of went that route because I was watching some Wu-Tang stuff on YouTube. I haven't seen the show itself. So I was just watching little clips of it. So this is one of the samples. Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang. Yeah, I had Wu-Tang all over that. So it was that one, and then this one as well. Yeah, that's, yeah. That sample is the Soul Surplus Shaolin Subway pack. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of show you what I made from all that. Flip Hop, what's up? What's up? Oh, those emotes. I gotta get that emote from you, Flip Hop. Yes, sir. Loving it, bro. Real simple. I love it. Everything's good, Flip. Everything's good. Bars. Did you get your Rev 7 yet, Flip? Or how'd you like it? If you guys don't know, Flip Hop is one of the dopest dudes I know, with Smash Brothers, killing it on the cuts. Just an all-around dude. Just all-around good dude.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
What's up, Bert? I told you I was going to get that drop. Oh, no problem, man. Let's see here. So that was that. I'm going to save that. I might actually make that just a track for stress because, yeah, I got the drop, bro. I'm 50-50 split versus the Rain 1. Yeah, I feel you. I actually, so I know this is on the DJ side, my 62, like all of a sudden now, like does not want to work with Serato Pro, even though I have the version that it does work with. It's been like extra buggy. So I was doing all my cuts and everything for this like mixtape thing using Scratch Live, and I forgot how damn smooth the waveforms look on that. It's like buttery crisp. Those waveforms. Going back to that, I'm like, yo, why couldn't they keep that? It was like so damn smooth. It does have the best waveforms. I'm like, geez, So no bloatware. That's true. I use the majority of the bloatware. Like I am a user of Serato Flip. It does help me a lot, quite a bit for edits that I do. I put a. Speaking of Discord stuff, if you're joining us and you haven't done the sample challenges, you should do them.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
You got to do it. It just helps. It's been awesome seeing more and more people join it. Again, I felt weird winning it for the following month. But I don't know. I'm just gonna keep making stuff. It's fun for me. It's motivating. It helps me learn. Helps me, even with doing the streams here, it's just constantly just trying to get better. I did make a quick edit. I don't know if any of you guys have seen the Timberland streams. They're fantastic. Made a dope. There's this one cat that I've been really checking out. He goes by Baharu. So on our Cracker Nuts Discord, I put 2 new edits up there. I think you might like them, Flip, and some other individuals as well. He flipped this Flume track. I don't know if I'm going to get flagged or not, but whatever. I'll play it. Then I just made it more DJ friendly. Those vocals, man. Those vocals are crazy.
And it all comes rushing back, rushing back. And it all comes rushing back, rushing back. And it all comes rushing back, rushing back. Rushing back, feel that gravity pulling me faster than it ever has before.
Smooth.
When I was 17, nicotine loving had me rushing out the door.
Yeah, it is, man.
I try to hold it back, take a breath, looking at old pictures on the floor. But I hear everything telling me you don't have
No
the
doubt.
time to let it go. Rushing back, rushing back.
Yes, sir.
And it all comes rushing back, rushing back.
Enjoy your dinner, bro.
And it all comes rushing back, rushing back.
Yeah, bro, that thing's sick. I was like, I had to make an edit. I have to play that out. That one, there's another cat. So my biggest thing is I'm constantly trying to like listen to new artists, or if I stumble across stuff, because I know a complaint some people say is like, oh, music now sucks. I was like, no, I don't think that's the case. I think the way it's served up sucks, because I think the DJ side of stuff, as far as like kind of being the quote unquote gatekeepers of music and being the ones to kind of take chances and play different styles or different types of music, just to just to kind of educate some people on stuff. I think that facet on DJing has been really lost. Partly just because venues. I think Bern and I had a conversation about that. So my thing is like, I'm just gonna make edits of shit that I want to do. And again, making edits in Serato is really easy as well. So let me go ahead, and if you guys have questions, let me know. Again, no question is dumb. I'm going to go and actually open the project up from the challenge from the other week, or from this past deal. Actually went back and EQ'd a bit of stuff on here. Should open it. There we go. All right. So let's do this. Okay, that's there. I'm going to play it through. Nothing should glitch, but you never know. So let's just start at the beginning. Or you know what? I think we've played the sample. Yeah, we've already kind of played that. But if you haven't joined the Discord of Seratos, I'll play the sample here. And I'm glad we weren't the only ones burnt as far as it not working, it being corrupt. Let's just play it real quick. That's so Charlie Brown Christmas, man. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, again, that one was tough for me just because it had so much, and sometimes I'll run into that. It's like I have all these ideas, and then like it's like one by one they get pegged away. Like, oh no, not gonna work. So I did 2 instances of it. Yeah, I did 2 of them. Let me make this smaller here. There we go. Got that there. Oh, a little too much. I'm over here moving stuff I shouldn't. Okay. So let's see if it'll play everything. Okay, why is that loud as shit? Let me bring that down a little bit. You know what? I'm gonna turn this master off. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Bring that down a little bit because I don't know why it's so damn loud. Okay. Bring that volume down a bit. Oh, bro, because my headphones are loud as hell. I should play it the whole thing through. Got all types of weird waveforms. Yep. So let me adjust something because I don't know why I'm having like a weird, maybe I got to change this. Even on this M1, I'm running into some stuff here. Okay, so, I think I know what's kind of slowing me down. I'm going to take off this. No, that EQ's fine. I know what I'm going to do. I'm not going to save it right now. That's what it is. I tried to put a mastering plugin on the master. That's what's throwing me off. Come on, baby. Come on. There we go. That's probably what it was. Okay. So let me solo the drums. Again, biggest thing is like with this one, I know like my title was Don't Hug the Grid So Much. I almost got like 50% swing. I got 36% swing on this. I'm going to play this at 0. Which isn't bad. I mean, it's not bad. Oh, my bad. I just realized that is playing super loud. My apologies. We going that much. There we go. Turn this master down a little bit. We're blasting the shit out of this. My apologies to everybody. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so okay, drums here. Start a beat. Not too bad. As far as like the programming on it, I did. Yes, it does. Absolutely. Kick. Sometimes, and I kind of saw this on like a Dead Mouse masterclass. Sometimes you might have too much of this kick and it kind of hogs everything. So you can actually move this to make this kick shorter. Like if you move this little arrow here. You still get the hit, but you don't have all the tail. Yeah, compare that to... So sometimes if you want to really have the kick be pronounced, you could do sidechain, of course, but you could stack one kick that's just a little blip, and then just... That's how I did this one, because I didn't do the whole thing. Because if I did, it's this... I didn't want all of that. I just wanted the initial hit of this, and then I wanted the body of this kick. Oh, how do you save your drum rack once? Oh, okay, yeah, I'll definitely show you. So once you put all the sounds that you want, and I'll try to make one here. Once you put all the sounds you want, right-click to rename it, and once you do that, you go to... I don't think you can see it on here. That sucks. Okay. Let me... why did it do that? At the top, where you have Serato Studio, and then it says File, Edit, Create. You're going to go to Create, and you're going to have a section that says Save Deck Preset. That's how you'll save the drum program on there. And then once you do that, once you do Save Deck Preset, you're going to go to your drum section, and then you're going to go to Save Deck Presets. When you click on that, it's going to be named what you named it. So that's what I've named all these right here. Yeah, that's how you would do that there. And so these sounds are kick, clap. I did a hi-hat with like a reverb on it. Of course, I got to do my long echoes on that one. Then we have kick, another snare with the reverb. Kind of have it panned a bit. Little percussion woodblock sound. The echo at half, and then from there, that woodblock. I think there's more like a tambla or something like that. I forgot the name of it. So we'll go back to our drum here. A little bit bigger. Trying to get the sizing right on here. Jesus. Okay, there we go. Boots and hats. Boots and hats and boots and hats. I was just like, Let me go here. So that's the main meat and potatoes of that. But again, try adjusting your swing. You'd be surprised like how much shuffle you can get to it. I started trying to like research and really dissect Disclosure, because I love how they do their drum programming. It always has like a bounce to it all the time. And again, I've added my top loops. This was a Flavor D pack on Splice. She has really dope stuff on there. Like, I know she made that and there's shuffle on it. You can just tell it's not so like rigid. It's not so on the grid. So it's that one, and then what I'll do with those, if I do like 3 or 2 of them, I'll always make sure to pan them and definitely adjust the volume so they're not like over everything else. Yes. Yeah, Splice is dope, and Spice is good too. There's that. Let's see here. Yeah, no, I got you. Then we have this here. I'm a sucker for tambourines. I might just buy me a tambourine so I can just record myself in Serato playing it. So you could just use all these top loops and then use that mute automation that I was showing everybody last week and kind of build something off of that. So these are all 4 of these all together. Like, it already has like a bounce to it. So once you have kicks, it's like you're ready to rock and roll on this thing. So that's all you need. Again, yes, it is about layering. That's the key. I guess the best way, and I'm always talking about food. I just realized on all my streams talk about food, but who cares? It's like you could have just the ham between the bread, but now you're trying to like maybe add different types of cheeses. You can do different like veggies if you want to, even different cuts of meat, and then it starts becoming this like this completely different sandwich. It's like a main course instead of just like a little appetizer kind of deal. Same thing applies to here, but at the same time, it's all about putting those layers balanced, because at the same time, you don't want to have an abundance of cheese and like a little bit of like ham or whatever. So you're trying to balance it out by like panning volume, so that then when you layer them neatly like that, everything has its place.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way. So, and then for the bass, I used the Jazzy Jeff bass. When I moved this over from my other computer, I was using the Camel Crush. For some weird reason, it doesn't want to show me the plugin, which is wild on here. Automation, this is the way. And then I use like the Crusher from Serato. So it has a bit more of a kind of little buzz to it, just so that it can get in that mix a little bit better. And then I use, I don't know if I sent you this sample pack, the Cook and Soul one. I got to do that. I use this little sample.
Throw your hands up.
Throw your hands up. Did a compressor, echo, and then I use this chorus plugin, so it sounds like it's more than just one person. Because if I don't, it'll sound like this.
Throw your hands up like this.
I didn't want to go for that when I do the chorus.
Throw your hands up like this.
Works like that.
Throw your hands up. Throw your hands up. Like this. Throw your hands up. Throw your hands up.
That's how I chopped the sample. It was. Yeah, I'll send you that one. Usually, if I'm trying to work on a house thing with the sample, the minute if I have kicks, because what kind of started working for me on this was once I made that initial chop, I can already hear a kick drum already happening. Like once I heard the change of dun 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 dun, and me messing around with the sample, I kind of was able to build. I already had that kind of melody starting to work, so I was like, okay, this is what I can run with. Because at first there's like so many pianos, like riffs and chords going on in this. Sometimes you get lost and like, dude, I don't know where to start. I just kind of landed on this right here, and I was like, you know what, let me work with that. I just was calling just to put a kick drum over that. So we have that on solo.
Throw your hands up.
On the bass, I did like 100% sidechain with the kick, camel crusher, and a light sizzle crusher. The notes were C. And I'm not the best on bass lines. Like, that's something that throws me off. But if you ever get confused on making your bass lines, I think the mistake some people do is they already go down to this octave. My advice is always start at a much higher octave. Whoops, not that high though. So at least you know if you're hitting the right notes in sequence with your sample. So you're like dun dun dun, and I usually will sing or the sample out loud and see if it matches. So I'm like dun, 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 and I'll kind of guesswork with that. Like if I come close. Whoops. Boom. So like while humming, I can know that I'm either in phase or out of phase with that sound. I'm like, oh, there, tuned it. Boom. I'm good from there. Hopefully that didn't go over people's heads. I know I kind of just muttered a bunch of words just now. Just realized that. But yeah, if you're stuck on bass lines, and I know someone on YouTube sent me a comment as far as, and I'll ask people in the chat, what is a bass that you like to use that's in Serato? The basses that I like to use, if it's a more trappy type of vibe that I'm going for, I'll tend to go with the decaps. It just has really low end. Most of them are really good with that. If I kind of want to go with like a Pete Rock kind of bass tone, I'll use either this resonant bass 808 or I'll go with, that could work. Now, when people are scanning these, when they hear that kind of tone, they forget that once they go down to a lower octave, that's where you'll really get that bass feel from there. Like that, you're like, oh, it's going to be B-D-D. Just bring it down an octave, then you'll hear that bass that you're looking for. Like that one too will work. That one as well. That has a lot of resonance. Might not be the best one for you to use, depending on what it is. That's all low end, no crazy mid frequencies. I'll use that 808 bass as well. I'll adjust the attack time also, because sometimes some very heavy low end basses will just eat up all that low end space and kill your kick drum where you could barely hear it. That's why I definitely did a lot of sidechain on that, and I did a bit of bringing up some of the highs on it. Did bring up the gain, and I brought the filter down, which I guess some people were like, well, why'd you bring it further down? I was like, I don't know, I just like the tone of it. Again, let your ears be the last certifiable thing in your track when you're building on it. Yeah, the full scope bass is dope. I like it. I'll tend to use Ven as well. The Hawaii bass, I'll use that one. I tend to use the live bass quite a bit from Jazzy Jeff. Yeah, rarely use these. Okay, so we have that there. Okay, so we go back to this.
Throw your hands up.
So we have that, and then I go into this like break, and this was kind of a challenge because I was trying to figure out how to go from this house to like a breakdown. This was kind of a challenge for me. And then introducing this like trombone trumpet section.
Throw your hands up.
So the timing on this was a little different. I actually did everything on bar 7. Like, let me see. Or I mean, not bar 7. My bad. On the beginning of, let me see. Now I'm losing my train. No, that whole thing's 7. I guess that is 8. Right on the first beat of 8. I try to stop everything. Like, all these are mutes. Like, I just muted all of these so that you only hear. Let me loop this here. It gives me enough time for the listener to know, okay, something is about to happen. Because if I just stick to having all of these drums go all the way to the end and then go into this breakdown, it doesn't have the same I guess showmanship of going to that section. It's like house, change. It's like everyone hits the brakes and now you're trying to adjust to the new thing, as opposed to creating some type. You're at least putting your pinky toe on the brake instead of just slamming it on there. Because if not, it's going to take your listener some time to figure out, oh, there's a change that's happening. What is it? So I would always try to work on like splitting your brain when you're trying to do your arrangements. One as a listener of it, and one as like, okay, how can I smoothly make this happen? Let's go back to it here.
Throw your hands up.
Break into the breakdown. Again, if I went with just the house drums all the way through, this is not going to have the same impact at all. Again, sometimes less is more in certain situations. Because I'm letting the reverb of the vocal, merge into the transition. Then I can just bring in the piano sample, which was the second. I did a second chop, or I did a second copy of the sample, and then just did chops with this. Is that good? Landed on that. And I think the reason why I picked that is it's just one tone. There's not a lot of stuff going on. And I can see with this waveform, it has its own little reverb tail. So it lets me know, like, okay, I can definitely work with this. So when I just looked at the waveform here, I'm like, oh, this is probably just another tone right here. Yeah, yep. Definitely different, second sample chop. So, like, you can easily see there's a lot going on here. There's, like, no real decay of sound. This, you can tell. This is, like, its maximum section. Like, its max amount. Let's see if I can just... There you go. It starts here, and then it's, like, smaller. So it has, like, a natural decay. So if I add a reverb to something like that, it just makes it even smoother if I wanted to. Like if I turn off all the processing on it. That's the original. Then I just add reverb to it. OTT to bring up more of the highs. Kickstart, I know everyone's been seeing Austin use that. It's a sidechain plugin is what it is. In case you're trying to figure, like, I always see him use it. I have it at 72%. You type in Nicky Romero Kickstart. I think it's like maybe $20. Works really good. And you can have different parameters for what kind of sidechain you're looking for. I usually tend to stick to classic and then just adjust the mix of it, or what they would call dry wet. I'm wondering if anyone in the chat gets confused when it comes to like depth, dry wet, or mix when it comes to knowing how to apply a plugin. I see it sometimes where people just think they just slap the plugin in and it does its magic. Like, you still got to go in and figure out what you're going to do with that. So I'll solo this. So that was that. Yeah. So from there, I can go right into the drums. So again, I used the drum loop. This was from, I know it was from Splice. It was in all, what it's called was NLR 140 drum loop Russian hats. Just did a brightener, EQ, and then a parallel compressor. Brought up some of the mid frequencies. I'll solo this one so you can hear it. And I actually unsynced it because when I hit sync, it bumped it up like 5 semitones, and I just did not like how that sounded. So if someone is just so focused on the technical, they're going to be like, hey, wait a second. This is G sharp minor. This is E minor. That's not going to work, bro. It's not going to work because they're not in key. And they get so worried about matching keys. Again, let your ears do the certification. If it doesn't sound right, maybe it didn't analyze it as G sharp. Maybe, or it analyzed it completely different. Computers can mess up too. It's just how it goes. So when I brought it down, it just sounded better. And I just let it play through. So in context, go to breakdown 2. So I did some automation. I added echoes at certain points just to give it some flavor. So it didn't, I tried to make it seem like it wasn't just going to be that drum loop playing the whole time, because it could be a bit boring. So I just did a little bit of automation, and you can see that at some point there's an automation that turns this on and off. It almost feels like the reggae echo. I'll show you how that automation looks like. So I clicked on echo. You can see I turned it on only in this section.
This is the way.
This is the way,
This
bro.
is the way.
Telling you. Echo back. So basically what I did was I only wanted the snare to have that tail end echo only. So anytime I heard the snare, I was like, okay, I'm just going to set an automation just for the snare and then go back into the regular drum loop. It just makes it just a little bit more interesting. Echo. Boom, into it. It just felt right. Felt right to do that. Let me unsolo this. I'm a sucker for vocals like that. Definitely going back in, I had to do a lot of like surgical EQ on it because there were some frequencies that were kind of crazy. I was a bit in a time rush just trying to put it out, so I tried to cut a lot of these frequencies right here because that's what was giving that crazy kind of resonance. This is kind of, I guess, a little bit more advanced. Like if you hear a certain frequency that's annoying you, you do what's called a you're carving the EQ where these resonance don't show up. I wish they had this as like an EQ, as like a stock, which would be really nice if I can see what's going on. See how it's trying to just keep those frequencies down so it's not piercing to the ears? That's what I did. I just told it to carve these down so it doesn't show up as much in the mix. Carving the EQ fab. You got it. Nailed it. You're like, ta-da! There you go. Okay. Questions on any of that? I know that was a super deep dive with that. I'm actually going to open up kind of this other house project I was working on. Open this. I am not saving that. And they were talking about TrackLib. If you're not familiar with TrackLib, dope samples, clearing them is super easy. But they introduced this music player deal, but I had to like really understand using it correctly, because when I would try to save the whole sample, like it wouldn't do it. It would just save the loop, and I'm like, I don't want just the loop. But yeah, they have this little beat section. So what it's made for is, let me just click on something here. It has like these predetermined like beat styles. Then you have your loop length here. See, we already made a pretty dope beat just out of that. So you're like, oh, I'm gonna just do both of those. So you can download it as a loop, or if you just turn this all off, you can download the whole thing. But it's kind of made to where you can already have your idea and boom, you're off to the races. But it gives you like other styles right there. I know, right? It's like just bam, there's your beat. Like the trap one might not work. See how that one doesn't quite do it? So you can adjust the tempo of the drum to try to match it better. So they have classic. Yeah, it does. It does. Early house or just having a simple kick. Obviously, if I go faster with that, it's not going to sound right. No, classic bap. You can also do like a sidechain with it as well. So like the sample is ducking, like if you already had sidechain on it. And I want it a little bit longer. already have like a beat I can make just out of that. So that's how I actually landed on making a beat with, I think I had, and you can save those loops too. So like if you're kind of digging for stuff already, that's kind of how I ran into, where is, I just had it earlier that I downloaded. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? You can see I have quite a bit of stuff here. Yeah, it is. It is insane. I was just like, wait, what? Crazy. It was, oh, you know what? I might as well just have it open as a project. Okay, so it was called Nothing Like That, Funky Funky. So let me go back in here and let me search it for it real quick. So I'm going to show you exactly how I ended up making a track out of that. Is that nothing, or not nothing. Is it nothing like that? Okay, nothing like that. Nothing like that. Damn it. Oh, all tracks. That's what I should have did. There we go. Okay. Nothing like that funky funky. Nothing like that funky. Yeah, there it is right there. So I'm just going to play it.
Space funk.
Space funk.
Feeling down, when I'm around, say that ain't cool. What's a drag? The same old band. Say
Get funky with it.
you can do.
Funky
I
with
put all them struts to shoot. Got the party move and groove.
right there.
Blues, rhythm and blues. Blues, rhythm and blues. Move and groove.
Right there. Just add a beat to that. Awesome house shit. Here we go. That is like so like French disco house is crazy. So I downloaded it as a loop, but I meant to just download the whole thing. But again, you can add that loop to your favorites, and then it'll go to your favorites, so you won't lose, that. And it saves it right there, which is nuts. It's like boom, boom, there it is, just like that. So then when I got it, I was like, all right, sweet. I already have that idea and started to try to build something with that. So I'm still trying to do an arrangement with it, but going funky with it, baby. Again, don't hug the grid all the time. You don't have to. You don't have to hug the grid. This one, I use the Oliver kit on Splice. Has awesome like swingy hi-hats. So this is like one of the hi-hats. And it has that little tss. I'm a sucker for that stuff. I would literally type in YouTube like disco drums. It was all about like a shuffle and a groove for that. Because I was terrible. I was Mr. Robot boom cat for the longest time. Didn't know what the hell swing was. So there was that one. Then there's this other percussion. What did I tell you? I'm a sucker for shakers, tambourines, and all that kind of stuff. Yes, it is. Very, very much so. And then I actually added... He had like a disco drum, but I cut out all the lows and did a little filter on it. again, we're just doing layers, man. That's how you can start building these drums.
This is the way.
This is the way. It's like already has like a bounce to it. So drum wise, I didn't do too much. Nothing too crazy. But I ended up making my own kit of just drum sounds, layers. It is the way. So as far as drums, and I actually didn't put swing on it at all. For this one, it kind of fit doing it like that because everything else already had a bunch of swing to it. So this just kind of kept it together with the sample. Again, sounds kind of weird because this hi-hat right here, it's not technically on this. It's kind of in the middle. Again, if you're like, how can you get to those? Go to grid, and then you have these different options. You have this ×2, ×3, turns this into like little triplets. ×2, I guess it's double, or it minimizes it by 2. And then if you take that off, then it's like that. So this was like this. So now when I combine all of those together, it's going to sound like this. And all it needs is the sample. So that's that scene there. Boom. I'm probably gonna keep this really simple. It's just kind of letting this like right. It reminds me of like older Armand Van Helden, or even like some duck sauce material of theirs. I might have that as a breakdown. So what I ended up doing was I took this sample and I went into the Lala thing. If you're like, Lala, what is that? That is like a vocal remover or like a split tool. I think I showed this from a sample before. But you can, yeah, I think this is what I used before. Yeah. Where I have the instrumental, it'll split it, where it'll give you just the instrumental, because I wanted to see if there was certain instrumentation I can use, and this is definitely some cheat code shit. Because if not, I was dealing with some of these vocals in the way. Let me just play it. I just wanted to give myself options. So that part is right here. Which would be, oh crap, it would be this section here. Right there. So what I wanted to do was create this part here first, and then do a section that has the words. So it's like no words, still funky, then the words, and then boom into something. I just wanted to extend that. Meaning, let me adjust something real quick. So with this one, I'm gonna extend. I'm just gonna put it to here. Oh no, actually it stops right there. There we go. And then, oh, let me see. I think I messed up. Okay, so it's I think it's supposed to be right here. We started at 5. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be right there. Try this one more time here. Oops. Should take loop off. Yeah, there we go. I just want to make sure I get that because I wanted to transition because you hear the like subtle change of the bass guitar. So I try to frame it like it's not just one loop because I could just loop that for 4 minutes, but it's like even like Daft Punk stuff, it sounds like it's one thing, but it's not. Like they'll do like little changes. It's like little subtle stuff, but it lets you know stuff is moving. Because if I just loop this the whole time, I mean that's fine, but it just has that little shift in notation that lets you know that it's progressing further into the track. You'll hear it. It's real subtle. It's real subtle. Real subtle. It goes doom 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 doom. That little difference makes a difference. So what I would end up doing is like if I copied this, then what I'm going to do is take that part of it off and then go to the original sample in that section, which I think it's so now we have that. So if I went from, I think it's scene 3. No. Okay, I'm going to call this bass, no vocals. Bass, no vocals. From there, bass, no vocals. And then bass, vocals. Hopefully you guys are following along. Okay, bass, vocals. So if I'd rather just put it on the timeline so you can see what's happening. From there, and then what I could do. And again, this is just, it might not be finalized. It's just an idea that I'm running with. Set that there. Okay, so I think that's 1 bar. I'm going to call that switch to hook. Again, label. If you ever get stuck, make sure you label your scenes, because if not, you'll do what I used to do and just make a bunch of scenes and then get lost. I'm going to call that modulated mod scene. This one is. That's a wubby one. Where did I put my hook one at? Interesting. Maybe I gotta create that. Okay, I'll make that section. Okay, so let's go back to this. No, not there. Again, I confused myself because I didn't label this how I should have. So I'm gonna call this music hook, because that's what they say. They say music hook. Music hook. Boom. All right. Hopefully you're following along, because you're probably like, dude, you are confusing yourself, and I think I did. So now I'm gonna clear this. There we go. I don't want it to start kind of, that kind of feels like the end of that section when it does that longer part coming up right now. That's not too bad, but I would end up going where it's just repeating. Nothing like that funky, funky music. Nothing like that funky, funky music. Nothing like that funky, funky music. Then her kind of finishing that off. So now if I do that. I realized I didn't copy these hi-hats for this pattern. So highlight them, Command C, then Command V to put those in there, and then another Command V. Boom, they're in there now. So this is kind of, again, a quick arrangement. I just did this right now. So this is kind of like a scene. And again, this isn't meant to be the very beginning of the song. It's just me building this sequence, because I can always just highlight this and just shift it over. But now I'm like, oh, cool. This is kind of the meat and potatoes. Now I know I need to put an intro. I'm like not letting this, create this fear like, oh, this is my intro and I'm like stuck with it. It's like, no, just move it to the side. Move it wherever. But just for this demonstration. And what I'm doing is in context, I'm listening to see if things are feeling monotonous or if I'm not grooving it. Damn it, I butchered the shit out of that. If I'm not vibing to it. That's number one. Like, if you're not feeling your own stuff, then either do something else, or you might looking at it for the wrong reasons. Like, you got to be liking what you're making, like if not, and you're like, no, I have to make this trap beat because I'm supposed to make it. No, if you're not feeling it, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, so what I noticed on my initial listen is I need to do something here because it doesn't quite set this up well. And some of the vocals, they're kind of clashing with the other sounds where they're not loud enough from there. Yeah, definitely boogie time. I did like the switch up. I might add like a little reverb percussion or something. Again, sometimes I'll say if all else fails, do a reverse cymbal, because that always lets somebody know this sound. You don't have to have a degree in music to know that if you hear this reverse cymbal. This is like the universal sound of something changing. That right there. Anything like that. Here it comes. Universal sound of transitioning is that. You've heard it a million times. Sometimes people will do it too much in a song and it loses its impact of what it's trying to do. Perfect case in point. I'll do it right now. I'll do this one. Okay, so let's just see how it's synced up to the key. Last call in the building. What is up, buddy? So I got to speed this up also. And I'm going to take the sync off because I don't like how that sounds. And then I'm just going to add a little extra reverb on here. Oh, appreciate it, bro. Did you end up learning a lot? I hope you did from your session. So let's go here. Okay, so bass, no vocals. Now, what people will forget to do is to loop where they want to start working at. They're like, oh, I got to keep starting from the beginning if I want to do something here. You don't have to do that. Again, efficiency. Efficiency is key. Super key.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Efficiency, man. That's where it's at. Because if not, this is what happens if you don't do that. Now I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess where this is at, and then I got to let the whole thing play. Now, I messed up. What did I mess up on? Oh, I forgot to do it as a one-shot. Oh, great. Now I got to play the whole thing again. Now, my cymbal was too quiet, and I started too soon. Oh, I got to keep starting at the beginning. No, you don't. This started too soon, so I'm like, okay, let me move this over, but let me loop this. Still off. Even though I don't hear the sample, I already know in my head that the sample's there. I'm just trying to understand my timing of this to go into this sequence here, this section. So now it's a bit closer. And also, you can do it on the timeline as well. You don't have to start at the beginning. I think that's where people get flustered and they get bored of their own stuff because they don't know where to go to their section to work on what they have to work on. Efficiency is key. $30 bin collection of red. That's what's up. I'm sure you'll find some gold in that. Where to gold at? Yay! So, it's all about efficiency. Shout out to Silence in the building. What is up, homie? Efficiency. Go to your sections. Don't always start at the beginning if you don't need to. Go to where you need to test out what you're applying to stuff. That's where it's at. So I think that's good right there. I'm going to add a little bit. I don't know why I did 2 reverbs. Didn't want to do that. Okay. So now I'm going to test this out here. There we go. See, I didn't have to go back and play the beginning of it. That's where it's at. Like, all right, cool. I like how that was. So I'm going to play this. Now I'm going to play at the beginning and see how I'm liking this transition. Boom. Compare that to not having that sound. Oh, let me go back to shit. Turned on the grid on accident. Exhibit A. No transitional sound at all. Not the same. Put it back in. Let's hear it. Oops. Boom, 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 boom. Makes a hell of a difference. Okay, so I noticed that little part goes, I want to highlight that because that seems to be, it kind of calls out to me that I want to hear a bit more of that. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to my bass vocals here, that section. Thanks, Bert. Thanks, Bert. Perfectly described right there. Perfectly described. Okay, so I noticed that little ha sound is happening here. I can tell it's a little different because there's more green here, letting me know there's more middle frequencies or mids. So now what I want to do is just create a little mute automation of this. So let me see if I can do it with my Madden marker here. So I'm gonna make a mute here, another mute here. I'm gonna mute this. Ah, damn it! All right, we're gonna mute this here, mute this here. I don't know why that other sample was playing. Oh, yeah, that didn't need to be there because I needed to clear all that. There we go. That's better. Okay. I knew something was sounding a little weird there. Boop! I need a Madden thing now. Thank you for letting me know about that. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so let me move. Oh, shit. Let me move this up a little bit. There we go. And again, I was able to move that because it has a little 3 little dots right here. And you get this little cursor that lets you move this up or down. So this is where the little, the little section happens. Again, I'm going to just click on, take grid off from here. Click on this. Mute this. Boom. Create my plots. One there, one there. One there, one there. I got that there. Same thing here. Go to that. Mixer, mute. Mixer, mute. There's those little vocals I'm looking for. That's kind of my reference point. So about there. Another one here. Bring this down. It's about right there. There we go. Do another one here. Again, it might feel like a long process, but this doesn't feel crazy at all. Okay, so let me fix this because I can't see it too well. There we go. Again, efficiency. This is the way, damn it. There we go. Boom. There's that one. Let me see how that sounds right now so far. Oh, yeah. The sample doesn't start till here. Bam. See how much of a difference that makes? Gives us a little subtlety. Subtlety is key. This is the fucking way. It just is. It just makes more sense. So, again, if you're running into this issue where I can't see that reference point, remember, bring this up. Now you can scroll up here, and I still have my reference right here. What up, Mr. Vito? Shout out to Vito in the building. In the building. Boom. We got this there. Then there we go. So now I muted that. It didn't even take but like a minute to do. Now I noticed that I think everything else stayed muted because I'm like, oh shit, I don't hear my drums anymore. So now I just got to pay attention and see if I muted everything else, which I don't think I did. That seems fine. Let's see here. Oh, I think I know what happened. My little hi-hats aren't there. Okay, it's all good. All right, let's play this again. I know what happened. My hi-hats stayed. This one, I don't hear this one. No, that's there. That's there. Why is it tripping? No, that's not muted. It's muted there, and that's off. Okay, that's fine. Let's see if this stayed muted. Nope, that's fine too. It might just be my ears deceiving me. And that's unmuted as well. Okay. Let's see here. How's your day, Vito? It was a long day for you? Okay, so it's probably the hat. Yes. What did I mute? Damn it. Let's see here. Oh, because I had that solo. Duh. Okay. Now I can hear this. Let me just add this here. Copy, paste. Boom, and boom. I might do like a little rim shot during this part. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, I can go da 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 da. That is D. So here is where an issue lies. I want to do that little sound, but I muted everything. What do? So I could just take these off, which I'm going to do. Just delete those. And then let me take those off there. Try to record that in there. Listen to it again. There we go. Let's listen in context. That sounded like garbage. I need to move these over. Oops. Okay, let's shift those. They're gonna let me do it. I can already tell it's not gonna do it. I should have just played it out. I don't need any sound there, actually. I think I'm fine with that. I might do that little crash on this part to add a variation to it. Yeah, I think it's a little bit. I think it's better like that. Subtle, but effective. Bam! See how now when we play this all together. Absolutely, those variants. So you notice that it kept playing that. So this is like a little, I don't know if it's like, it's not really an Easter egg, but I'll play it. I don't think some people notice what happened there. This is the whole thing called like ghost. I call it like ghost tale, as far as like the music still plays even though there's no scene happening here. Let me bring this up a little bit so you can see this a bit better. There we go. Sorry about that. You're like, what the hell's going on down there? Okay. Just notice right here. It's going to keep going.
Feel so brand new. Find the groove that helps you move and let it take you there.
So, watch, this will happen. So if I do this again here, I think I put it on the right little grid. But if you export this here, that sound is going to stay there. I'll try to do it so you can hear it in context.
Feel so brand new. Find the groove that helps you move and
It was right there, actually. Okay, so dang it. But you kind of see what's going on.
feel so brand new.
So you can actually do like automation. Yeah, it's crazy. I call it ghost. I used to do it where I just put like a empty scenes in here if it didn't register it, but when I export it, it registers that information, which was kind of cool because if I want to, what I could do is it kind of saves a scene that I have to make. So I'm just gonna just try this for its and iggles. So let's just do this high pass here, bring it back down. So let's see what happens. Take that off from there, and then play it again here. Oops, should have been a little further. Yeah, I'm gonna try to make sure I don't feel like an idiot right now trying to export it, and it doesn't do it. That was an extreme filter, so I'm going to bring this down. But I'm going to export this and see if this is in the information. So let's just do it real quick. Let's just do test run MP3. Test run disco. And it's around the 45-minute mark. We'll start around there. I'm curious if it's going to put any information there. Let's see. So it has a, yeah, see, it had the information there. This is blank for some weird reason. But let's, I know a way where we can see it. Where did I put, oh, I'm going to bring it into the audio. That's what I'll do. I'm just going to drag it in. Drag it in, drag it in, drag it in. Boom. Interesting. So there we go. So let me move this up a little bit. Bam. See it? It kept it right there. Even though there's no scene right here. And I know some people are like, well, why the hell why does that even matter? Sometimes I've run into where I left it just alone, and all of a sudden, like, hearing just the sample play just had like a cool thing going on, and I was like, oh. Sometimes I've been able to just finish a song because it like ended a little different than what I thought, and I was like, oh crap, I don't even have to make a scene. I can just leave the blank space and then just add what I needed. But yeah, as you can clearly see, when you export and there's nothing here, it'll still put the signal in there. I'm curious if it saved the filter. Oh, it synced it. I just realized I was like, why is it all chipmunky? Bam, bro. There you go. Oh, yeah. Bam. So, yeah. So, that's a little interesting Easter egg, I guess. I guess you can call that an Easter egg. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, right? I figured, like, if we visually see it together, it just makes more sense to do it like that. So, yeah. I'm definitely going to try to complete this at some point. I don't know if I've even messed with the sample yet, to be honest, of the other project. Just go to new. I'll load the sample. I'll see what I can try to make out of it, or just at least build the idea in my head of what I want to do. Oh yeah, new sound pack from JFilt. I don't know why it's telling me that, because I already have it. That's what's kind of crazy. I don't know why it's doing that. Anytime I've been loading it right now. Oh, for those that have downloaded the new Serato, have you guys run into any issues? Any issues at all? I already downloaded it, so already did that. I'm just doing it just to get it out of the way. There we go. Did I load the sample already? This one? No. Okay. Let me try to go back to the Discord on here. This is the way, bro. Okay. So let me go to the sample. Let's see if it does the whole. You didn't run into any like weird it not saving correctly, right? Burnt as far as like wave and all that. Download again. Yes. Massimo. Bam. All right, let's see if it'll do the wave deal. All right, move this out the way. That's here. Drag this in. No, okay, it worked. I wonder why the other one did like corrupt. I don't know why. Corrupt. Cool. So this is 104. Just a 104. Sometimes what I'll do is like I'll go ahead and just go play the chops. Okay, so nothing quite there. I'm gonna delete all those. Let's go back here. And again, this is my first time listening to it, so I just kind of see how it is. Or listening to it with, I guess, producer ears. The other one I was just kind of listening to listen to it. But now I'm going to put my Spidey vision and see if my Spidey sense starts to go off. That's a dope tone. Ah, gotcha, Burnt. Gotcha, Burnt. So all of that there, I'm hearing like chord progressions, long tones, things that I could possibly turn into new notes using the keyboard feature, and also like one little section that had like a change that can go into a different scene. So far is what I'm hearing. So different here. I hear this dun dun dun. That's like the main anchor of the song is that. So in my head, I'm like, okay, I could just use that. I'm just trying to see if there's any little extra spices that I want to mess with. And again, I'm a weirdo. Sometimes I'll close my eyes. I'm just trying to get a vibe and something that will help me out. So do whatever you got to do. However inspiration strikes. If it looks goofy, remember, sometimes it's just you in the room. So who gives a shit? Get in the zone. That's what it is. That's what I'm doing. If you guys look at me and my eyes are closed, like, I don't give a shit. I'm just trying to just get in my zone. That part's dope. Back to the first type of section. Piano tone. Okay, so I heard something in the middle that kind of caught my ear. Set my point there. I'm trying to set a cue on every little hit. Dun. Oh, that's 4. Whoops. Delete that one. Q. Oh, maybe just there. There. E. E, R. Then I'll kind of mess with playing it backwards sometimes. So that's kind of an idea. Put that there. So then I'll have it just loop for a minute, just trying to get something going. Again, I'll just start adding just some sounds to help me try to better decide what route I want to go. I typically will do a hi-hat type of loop, because once I kind of hear that, I kind of hear how I want the drums to go. that's a dope ass fill. Ooh, I like that. Oh yeah, that would help too. Burn goes, I listen to the songs that sample in reverse as well. Absolutely. Let me do hi-hat loop. Okay, interesting. I don't know why it made it look like that. Bless me. Okay. Let's see. Loop. Oops. Hat. Hattie hat. Okay. That gives me some kind of idea. And then I'll do like a drum, like a whole drum. I might go Bappish on this. Yeah. That's sick. I like that. Oops. I was going Kanye drum style. Let's see. Hippity hop. Again, this is how I just start stacking layers. I just get sounds that I like and then see if they work. It's like it's like I'm just pulling on the giant switch and see what happens. So now I'm just like, let me add my own kicks on top of this. Like I'm already building something. So even if I just took the sample out, now I have my own like whole drum sequence. And again, we did that in freaking like 4 or 5 minutes. Nothing crazy. Again, nothing's like permanent, but I'm building the idea. So I'm going to my drums, save deck preset. Let me go to hip hop 3. Now that's a there. There we go. And then what I'll typically do is if I have one main like drum loop that I kept the low, I'm just going to move this up, and then I'm just going to copy all these little reds. So if I want to layer kick drums together, that's usually how I do it. Again, I can see that kick, 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 snare, 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 little ghost note, little ghost note, little ghost note. So now I'm just going to paint this in. Now, if it still sounds a little off, then I adjust my swing for that. Again, we don't have to hug the grid all the time. So there's that. So if I put those together, if I just I'm going to do the swing 100% and see if we hear a big difference between both kicks. I definitely heard it right there. Move it to, let's try 29. There we go. Now the snare, 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 snare. might add that kick to it, but boom, boom. Now all together. I'll say I took that sample away. We just build ourselves like an entire drum like loop with layers and everything. Now if I want to be real on it, I could start panning these a little bit so everything has its own little space. Just get everything put together. I might shift this a little bit here like that. Again, see how quickly I layered this? I hope you can see how you can really like create really good drum pockets. Again, we just used some loops that I try to fit in sequence. Again, totally random. I just heard something I liked and I just started adding those. This wasn't like a preconceived thing. It's just I could put them in there. They sounded good. And I'm like, now, okay, cool. I got something. Hope that makes sense to some people as far as, you know, not being scared of adding like different types of drum sounds and seeing what you can come up with. Again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 different types of sounds to go for a drum groove. That might seem intimidating for you from there. Because if not, typically you'll have something like just this. So we're going to, because I see this happening sometimes. So we have this. And I'll just do, I'm going to do a hi-hat that's not so spacey sounding. All right, perfect. That right there. And then you'll put like an 8 of this. Oh, no. You'll do, no, I think it's 8. I think it's right. Yeah, you'll have that. You'll have that with this. It's not bad. It's not bad. And it helps that we did a little swing on it, so I'll take the swing off. Put that back on. But that's usually what I'll hear some people do for their drums, and then that's it. Now, say I'm going to clear this out, but I'm going to add everything else to it. So compare that to now this. Again, if you balance out your volumes, that's going to be key. But now we compare it to. So what I'll do, because I can kind of tell that this hat's very prominent, I'll actually do a side chain of this to my kick. Didn't mean to make that scene. Sorry about that. Go to side chain here, and then boom from there. Here's how it's kind of ducking every time this kick is happening. Now it's a little bit more subtle in the mix. It's not so in your face. So let me save this. Let's do Austin Mills Challenge 4 Argento. There we go. Okay. So now this is where I start experimenting. I will slow it down and I'll change the key. completely different vibe. I have that. Now I can try these different chops. Yeah, definitely that octave drop for sure. Again, I can maybe do a tempo change. See, I have a much longer real estate of sound. Now, if I didn't change that time stretch, it's not going to have the same impact. That's why I time stretch this negative. So say if I wanted this to be the main like tone, now I can now go into sound design mode and start messing with it. That's where I go into Mr. B and Mr. Echo, Mr. like Wubby. I can go stutter fader. If I had a double of that. Now with stutter fader, and if I do echoes like this, I know I have to bring my gain up a bit more. The fade is acting a little funky, so I might do a side chain of the entire thing. That sounds like dog shit. Okay, so let me take. Okay, so now again, what I just showed you is like one of my this is the way things. Take something, go extreme with it. You never know what you can find. I might mess with it and go into keyboard mode. So this is an example of like, all right, I'm starting with that inspiration. I heard there was like other little piano sounds. I could try to do a copy of this and layer that on top of this. You're probably like, what are you talking about? All right, let's try this. Absolutely. Experiment. This is all experiment mode.
This is the way. This is the way.
So I'm going to make a copy of this. Duplicate. Now just remember, anytime you duplicate a track, it's going to put those points there. So make sure you clear it out the way and start fresh with the sound. So I'm going to just select all of this and delete it. So this is like just a fresh version of that sample. So right now I'm just listening to I'm setting up a cue on these little piano hits. Then another one here. I don't want all that low end because it's going to definitely clash with this. I don't want any of that. So now gonna try doing using the Valhalla Reverb to give me a very crazy spacey sound to it. At this here. And then I'll do a little echo on it as well. Cut some of the low. Okay, and then I'm going to use the wider, which is a free plugin as well. Try this little change here. Oops, wrong one. Go back to this sample. Take off this key. Take that off. Again, I might totally scrap this idea, but I'm just trying to run with some type of inspiration. Now I'm running into a weird situation where this stutter fader and double up is not staying on beat. I think it has to do with the stutter fader. So let me mute this. Let me try doing the piano just by itself. Okay, so we found something with that. Dun, dun, dun. See what else I can mess with just this. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. So to your technique, Burnt, I'm gonna actually like trying to do, might do a reverse of that right there. So let me do this. Let me take it off the first one here. So again, we had something that kind of looped, and then I was like, okay, now we're kind of tweaking some things. I'm trying to hear like a bass line in there. Ding, 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 ding. Boom, ding, 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 Boom, 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 boom. I might have to detune that. Boom, 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 dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Kind of have an idea. Let me go back down the octave. I try to not do so much on the bass because I can feel like there's pockets that I can do as far as like doing drum fills, as far as like trying to be like, I guess, weird with it, but I like weird. Is the way, absolutely. So then to kind of test the theory out is to do a drum fill just so I can see if that's what I want to try to do. It's a cool little ender, but whoa. Oh, I know it. That's a crazy drum. No, didn't want boots and hats. Did not want boots and hats for that drum break. There we go. So I might do this technique. There's a song that I used to listen to all the time. Was from, now my mind is playing tricks on me. Oh, Jazzanova. That's what it is. They have a song where they did this medley of drum breaks in the middle of the song, and it fit smoothly. I think it's maybe 10 drum breaks back to back in conjunction with their song, and it fit like a glove. So I'm kind of taking inspiration of that and seeing how I can make this fit. So let me take the sync off of that. I just want that little piece. Oh, let me move this. So you're probably like, what are you trying to do? So go there. Again, automation mutes. I'm just testing this out. Just want to give it a shot. Again, wacky idea, but hey, you never know. Mute that there. Create a mute here like this. Same thing with the count. Again, trying to create some variation. Again, it doesn't have to be set in stone. I just want to give this a shot. You just never know. Do it like that there. Put this here like that. Boom. drum break too, but I know what I messed up on. Put that there like that. Boom. Boom, boom, like that. And then boom, like that there. Boom, boom. Hold on, make sure I grab. Running over stuff. Okay, let's see here. Whoops, running over cables. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. Over here just running over stuff. Okay. Then go to here. Boom. Boom. Right, that's there like that. That's there like that. Okay. And then I got this here. Put this here like that. Right there. So basically I'm just trying to just solo or you just hear the drum break. And then I realized, okay. See how that goes. Now I might have to do an effect with this to really make that more pronounced. Again, I'll use like wider for this effect. I'm gonna use this, and then I'm gonna do a little reverb, like a crazy reverb little trick here, drum, and then automate that to go crazy on the drum break. Like it just elevates more and more. Oh, and I put it on the wrong timing of that. Come on, buddy. There we go. Again, could sound dumb, but we're going to try it out. Not as in your face as I wanted it to be. So let's try this instead. Boom, boom. And then I think I'm going to wrap this up here. Oh, my dumbass did a volume automation, not depth automation. But I caught it. Caught it, though. I have to adjust the lows on that. But there you go. Got an idea built. I might just do some laid back smoothness on this one. Not going to go like house or anything. I think I'm going to stick with this kind of thing. But definitely do some messing around on that. But again, those that are on their stream, thank you for the questions. I'm glad you guys took notes. Again, this one, the submissions at the latest, it's going to be next Monday. And then they do the stream on Tuesday. Again, kind of stuff that we pointed out. Don't hug the grid on your drums. Just start adding a bunch of drum loops if you got it. If you don't have them, you can go to Splice. You can ask me where I've gotten some of these loops, or start like kind of building your own, really, because really what it is just different types of hi-hats. Just make a bunch, like maybe 3 drum kits. No doubt, Bert. Make 3 drum kits with different percussion sounds and just start building loops out of that. Have fun, number 1. Number 2, have fun. Number 3, get frustrated and then go back to having fun. That is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
This is the way. Again, on my Discord, I put some YouTube resources. I appreciate the love on liking the highlights of these streams. I'm gonna start continuing to do that because I think it's been helping those that can't join in live. So I'll make sure to stick to doing that. And with that, DJ Gonz, Houston, Texas, another fun Serato Studio stream. If you joined us for the first time, thank you for being a listener and viewer. Again, if you're nervous about anything Serato Studio wise, hit me up on my Discord, my Instagram, my YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, whatever the YouTubers say with that. And other than that, you guys have a fantastic evening. Peace, guys.